Salute, salute, salute. What's happening, everybody? Good morning. What's going on with you? Hey, well, way good afternoon if you ask me. It's good morning for me. I'm just getting up, man. It's like whatever, 3 o'clock, man. But I'm nocturnal, and you can see the situation I'm dealing with, man. Check me out. I got you know, I got the plumber here right now in the basement. Sprung a little leak the other day, right before I was getting a water softener installation. So, you know, getting that taken care of. But here I am about to talk about some boxing. You dig what I'm saying? Shouts out to Real Talk Boxing. First video I clicked on maybe 30 minutes ago when I just got up. Um, and of course, the topic of discussion is Deontay Wilder in the press conference. And then he went on further to talk about the interview Deontay Wilder did with Ellie Setback. Now, first of all, I really don't want to go down this lane, man, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try not to go down a rabbit hole lane. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you look in the rearview mirror too much, man. You can have a head-on collision. So I don't want to have no head-on collision. You know what I'm saying? Me and uh, Real Talk Boxing, there's a lot of respect. There's a lot of respect there, and it's earned respect. And I feel like once you earn that respect level, what I'm saying, you make it solid, keep working on it, and that's how you have a bond. You know what I'm saying? Once that really cures like cement, once it's really rock hard, solid, what I'm saying, you get them bonds that don't break. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep it 100% real with Real Talk, like I keep it real in my day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personality, and I call it how I see it. And I'm not like a brutally honest person. You know what I'm saying? I just think, I do prefer the naked lie better than a well dressed up, or a naked truth better than a well dressed up lie. But at the same time, I look at life the way life has to be. Sometimes it got to be the way it got to be. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to judge? I pray to God every day for guidance, for strength, for protection. You know what I'm saying? For mercy, and I just keep pushing my push. I do prefer the naked truth over a well dressed lie, but I also prefer for God to do things His way, the way it's going to be done. You know what I'm saying? Because who am I? You know what I'm saying? In the grand scheme of things, the wisest man understands that he really doesn't understand anything at all. So, Deontay Wilder, press conference, had his headphones on, had his sunglasses on, was doing the silent treatment. I didn't like the silent treatment. I said to myself, the silent treatment will look will make you look like a genius if you win. If you come out there, have a great performance, and you get a knockout, or even if you win by boxing, if you win, the silent treatment looks like it makes you look like a genius. If you lose, the silent treatment will make you look like a fool. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I didn't expect the silent treatment, but it's not about what my expectations are. Once I seen he was doing the silent treatment, I said, it is what it is. See how it plays out. And like I said, Tyson Fury was much more being the same Tyson Fury, which I seem to me, if you're more comfortable being comfortable and you don't have to really change up your demeanor and your style, I think that's shows me who's the more confident, who's comfortable. But I don't read too far into things like that. You know what I'm saying? Body language and what people say and what people do. I believe that you can only believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury will tell you he's all about trying to deceive you. So it's always, you never know if he's bravado, false bravado, confident, unconfident. It don't matter. So it don't even matter. That's why I'm not even too caught up in the press conferences and who said what and who didn't say what. You know, really, it's just all about the fight. So I feel like a lot of people making like a 2 hour video based off of a 15-minute situation. You know what I'm saying? And and they start to do their own assessments and analysis, and they start to self-project, and they start to, go off into the rabbit holes. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it, you know, within my reasoning, within my common sense, within my logic. So back to the story at hand. I said he's doing the silent treatment. Tyson Fury's doing the, what I'm saying, jovial, taking his shirt off and, being Tyson Fury. He's a genius at that. Um, then he does the interview with Ellie Setback. And I'm thinking to myself, that's a contradiction. If you're gonna be silent, be silent. As soon as I see you doing an interview, it's gonna be in a contrast to what I just saw, and that is it waters down the silent treatment. You know what I'm saying? It makes the silent treatment to me less effective if you go back and sit in a hotel room and then do a 15-minute interview. But nevertheless, always the more I'm gonna listen to the interview. You know what I'm saying? Now, Real Talk Boxing said, like I said, I woke up and watched Real Talk Boxing. He said that Deontay Wilder said that he didn't have any proof. He said, I heard what I heard, and I watched it 2 or 3 times before I went to sleep. He said he had no proof, right? So I said, let me click over and rewatch the Ellie Setback because I watched it a couple of times. I watched the Radio Raheem with Tyson Fury. I watched probably about 3 or 4 interviews with Tyson Fury post conference. And I watched the one Deontay Wilder interview, and I watched the Malik Scott interview post conference. So I went back and watched the Ellie Setback interview with Deontay Wilder post conference just to tune in exactly to see what Real Talk was talking about. And that's what I said, you know, it's just, first of all, Deontay Wilder should have kept silent because he can misconstrue his own words. He's not the most articulate person. His words can be misconstrued. He can misconstrue them. It's just, it's just, you know, causes confusion when you go from being silent to talking, and then you talk and you talk. He talks the way I talk. When I talk, I know I confuse people. You know what I'm saying? Follow the red bouncing ball when you listening to me talk. If I'm talking, just rambling. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not always rambling. Sometimes I can be straight to the point. But Deontay Wilder, he's long-winded. He's talking, and I hear him say that he was. See, Real Talk said he didn't have no proof. That's not what I got out of that conversation. So it's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. He said he had nothing but confidence in his evidence. He said he was confident in his legal team, and he did say it was 4 white guys against 1 black guy. I know people not gonna like to hear that, but he said, I was confident in the proof that I had. Then he went on to say, just like with Prevekin, I had all the proof and all the evidence, and we won. And then a month later, they changed out the judges, and they changed the ruling, so you never know with the court system. Then I lost. So, at that time, we didn't have proof. So why keep going, saying what you say? You just know what it is. So you really can't. I really couldn't decipher whether or not an Ellie Setback was chiming in too, kind of steering the conversation, here and there. So you really can't follow exactly what he said because it was sort of double talk or sort of contradiction. He was just talking, um, in a cavalier manner, but he said he had proof. I don't care. I never believed in the glove gate and all that madness. I don't care about that, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I look at that fight because I watched the whole fight last night. Tyson Fury just won the fight, period, point blank. At the very, 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 very most, I was at the very most, I was saying that maybe he did get some gloves that were skimmed, with a little less padding. Other than that, it was just all bad strategy from Deontay Wilder, no legs. Good strategy from Tyson Fury. Come forward, press him on his back foot. Deontay Wilder couldn't make the adjustments, couldn't fight on his back foot. Was getting hurt bad. Was getting beat pretty bad. Straight up, what I'm saying? Just a good old fashioned boxing clinic that he lost in. So I don't care about the. I don't believe in the egg weights. I don't believe in all the different little situations. I just don't even care because I never really bought into it. Now I do agree with Real Talk Boxing 100%. If Deontay Wilder is only, um, if he's hung up on the excuses and not looking at what he needs to do to really make the improvements, if he's not really taking responsibility for the reason why he lost, and the only reason why he thinks in his heart of hearts he think that he lost only because he was cheated, and it was a glove gate, or if it was, only he knows. But if he's not taking responsibility, if he's not looking at things that he did wrong or could have did right, then he's then that I don't I feel like he's definitely going to lose. I'm losing my light here. I think he's definitely not prepared if he went with the same mind state the whole time that he just got cheated. He got cheated. So I agree with Real Talk 100% on a lot of things that he says, and that's one of them. Like if Deontay Wilder being stubborn and hard headed and not open to new things and not willing to humble himself and what I'm saying, forget everything he knows and learn how to do some certain things from the scratch, from fundamentally right, to roll under the punches, what I'm saying, to work behind the jab, do all these things correctly. If he's just going to load up on the right hand and telegraph his shots and stuff like that, it's going to get his ass whipped. But this, to me, that's just simple. I don't need 2 hours to explain that simple logic. I agree with Real Talk when he says if Deontay Wilder only believes he got cheated and he, you know, did not humble himself and take any responsibility for his loss, then he's most likely going to lose again. I agree with that 100%. Um, but like I said, you listen to his interview with Ellie Setback, I did not technically hear him say that he didn't have proof in the situation between him and Tyson Fury. You might be able to get that out of that conversation. You know what I'm saying? It depends on your everybody hears stuff differently. Everybody's senses are different. Everybody can see the same thing. They can see some people, you can take 10 people and look at one color and get, what I'm saying, 9, 10 different shades of color of what they see. I think that's purple. I think that's burgundy. I think that's, what I'm saying, red. I think that's this. You can hear 10 people can hear one thing. And you hear that? What did you hear? Man, I heard this. I thought I heard this. I thought I heard that. You can smell something. All your senses, everybody got a different brain, different sensors, and different way their senses are broken down and assessed. And boxing is no exception. 10 people can watch the same fight and you're going to get 10 different versions of that fight. 10 people can listen to an interview and get 10 different, what I'm saying, points of view from that interview. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharper iron. That's why I'm clashing with my boy Real Talk Boxing, because we just sharpening up our swords on Real Talk. You know what I'm saying? And I ask you, Real Talk, to go back, listen to that interview one more time, and see how that conversation was bounced back between him talking about Tyson Fury having evidence, which I don't believe he had. I don't even believe he really has like evidence of a glove gate and all that crazy talk. But see how that segued into him talking about his situation with Prevekin, which I assume they was talking about like the PEDs and stuff like that, and how that conversation was blended to where you never really heard a distinction and a clear separation when he said we didn't have proof of which conversation he was talking about. Go back and check it out, and then I'm looking forward to hearing your response to that, my good brother. I appreciate y'all time and everybody out there, man. This is how you do it, man. Me and Real Talk, gentlemen, respect, conversation. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? And I hope y'all appreciate that, because I know most people like to hear two people going at it and mud slinging and trying to, you know what I'm saying, belittle and emasculate. And that ain't what I'm about. That's about building. It's about, if you building, I don't have to tear somebody else down to build myself up. We build together. Salute. Real Talk Boxing, man. I appreciate you shouting me out in your videos. I appreciate you bringing it up and mentioning my channel on your platform. It's an honor, it's a privilege, and it's a blessing. And I appreciate you. Nocturnal Thoughts, man. I'm gonna get back to dealing with this situation. Salute, salute, salute. Bow.